We are back in session and on the record in cause number 23, CR 1222, the state of Texas versus Jeremy Akeem Dixon, who was present with his attorney, Mr. Vasquez, and the state's attorneys. When we broke, which was a whole murder trial ago in this court, I believe the defense was presenting its case in chief.
That's correct, John.
And what's our plan on that?
I have a witness to call this morning, John.
Okay, who's that going to be?
Damian Stewart.
Damian Stewart. Okay. The defendant already testified.
That's correct.
What are we doing with Octavia Charles?
She's been recalled and she's testified already last week.
Okay. You're not going to recall her?
No, sir.
All right. So Damian Stewart is the next witness?
Yes.
Then what?
Well, Your Honor, first I have something to put on the record, but outside the presence of the jury.
Well, they're not here, and it's outside the presence. Go ahead.
Well, Your Honor, the state has kept the offer open until last Friday at noon. The offer for the murder case was 40 years in Texas Department of Corrections to run concurrent with the pending aggravated assault case. Their murder charge is a first-degree murder, first-degree felony. Punishment range is 5 years to 99 years. And the aggravated assault is a second-degree felony, 2 years to 20 years. And those sentences are to run concurrently. And Mr. Dixon has turned those down. Is that correct, Mr. Dixon?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Which is his right to do.
Yes, sir. And I double checked back on Friday, and you turned him down on Friday as well. Is that correct? That's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay. And you're, Mr. Dixon, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statements you make during this particular hearing about resolving this case by a disposition of an agreed settlement between you and the party? Everything you're going to say is truthful, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You've had a chance to discuss this thoroughly with your attorney. You've thought about it over the weekend. You understand what they were presenting as your option to dispose of this case. And you've thought about it. And your decision, you're making a decision to decline that resolvement in that particular agreement that Mr. Vasquez has just presented as a proposal. You are refusing to accept that, correct?
Yes.
And you're doing that voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently, and based upon discussions with your attorney. Okay. Then that's all we need. Ready?
Thank you, Judge.
Let's move forward. Thank you. Please bring the jury in. And the record shall show that all parties are present and the jury is present. It's good to see everyone again. Please, you were instructed, ladies and gentlemen, please recall the evidence that has been presented in this case so far. And we are going to proceed towards the conclusion of the presentation of evidence here. The state had rested. The defense was calling its witnesses when we broke for a week. And this defense may call your next witness now, please.
That's called Damian Stewart.
Damian Stewart.
Damian Stewart.
Come forward. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you make here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Please have a seat. Thank you.
We
Take that microphone and turn it toward your voice, please. Thank you. Yeah, a little closer. Yeah, it has to get closer to you. And then you can turn that, see where it bends, like the neck of it. You can kind of straighten it up toward your voice, but pull it down a little more. Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. State your name for the record, please.
Damian Stewart,
Mr. Stewart, are you chewing gum or you just have a nervous mouth?
chewing gum.
Better get rid of it.
Here. Give this to him.
I wanted to tell you before the judge did.
Go ahead.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Stewart. How old of a man are you?
Huh?
How
How
old of
old?
a man are you?
How old am I?
Yes, sir.
32 years old.
And where do you live?
In Bowman,
And what do you do for a living?
working in the refinery.
Where's the refinery?
Huh?
Where's the refinery?
The bean bags.
And how long have you been on that job?
3 years. Went to New Orleans, worked there for 4 months, and came back to the same job site.
And you had a business in Port Arthur on Gulfway Drive for a while, didn't you?
Right.
What did you do there?
Audio.
Say it again?
Car
Audio.
Car audio. But you're back in Sabine Pass now.
Right.
And the early morning of August 6, 2023, you were at work, weren't you? You weren't at Concord in Delaware. Was anybody trying to reach you? Did you get any texts or any phone calls from anybody?
I haven't got any phone calls. I had a text from my best friend, Jeremy Dixon.
And what were the texts? What did he want you to do?
Wanted me to leave work, come hang out, but I stayed at work.
You can't just leave work and go meet friends. Do you know why he wanted you to meet him?
To hang out.
Just to hang out? He didn't say any other reason?
Well,
Or do you remember?
to hang out, drink, meet some friends, but it's
Now, I know you weren't there, but did Mr. Dixon tell you why he was texting you at any point?
Hey, wait. Can we repeat that question? What was he asking him?
Did Mr. Dixon tell you why he had been texting you to come out there? Any specific reason?
Oh no, it really wasn't a specific reason. It just
You don't know why? If you don't know, you don't know. I'm not trying to, don't reach for an answer. If you know, or if you've learned since then, let us know. If you haven't, you haven't.
no.
You don't know?
You said no.
So how many texts did you receive from Mr. Dixon?
Maybe about 7 or 8, maybe 10. What about it? We was going back and forth. Telling him I was staying at work.
So a whole lot of texts, right?
Well, it wasn't about
I mean, 7 or 8 texts
5 between me, 5 between him.
back and forth.
Right.
But you never went out there and you never saw what went on out there.
Right.
You just know what Mr. Dixon told you.
Right.
And what did he tell you?
Okay, I'm gonna object to that. Hearsay.
Judge, it's not offered for the truth of the matter asserted.
What's it offered for?
It's offered it's the information that Mr. Stewart got.
It's hearsay. It's not the party opponent. It's hearsay, and you know how that can come in a different way. But it's the objection is sustained.
Without telling me what Mr. Dixon or anyone else said, did you learn what transpired out there?
Same objection. It's based on hearsay.
Hold on. That last question. Do you know the answer to that last question?
What he just asked me?
Yes, sir.
What transpired?
Yes, sir. Do you just know the answer? Yes or no?
Yes.
How do you know the answer? From what somebody else told you?
Correct.
The objection for hearsay is sustained.
Do you know that night whether or not the man we've been calling Pooh, Ramon Whittington, put a gun to Mr. Dixon's head at any point?
Objection based on hearsay.
Do you know the answer to that, sir?
Yes,
And is it based upon what somebody else had told you?
yes,
Sustained. It's hearsay.
Do you know whether Gregory Carrington put a gun to Mr. Dixon's head that night?
Same objection based on hearsay.
Do you know the answer to that question, sir? We gotta, the court has to do this to make a proper ruling. Do you know the answer to that question?
I'm trying to remember.
But is the answer, if you have an answer, is it based upon what somebody else may have told you?
Yes,
The
Judge-
objection for hearsay is sustained.
Judge, allow me to urge my response again. This is not for the truth of the matter asserted. It's just the information that Mr. Stewart has from Mr. Dixon.
Okay, then it has no point in this case. There hasn't been anything before the court that would make it reliable and relevant to any matter that this court and the jury is attempting to resolve in the charges in this case. Record does not show otherwise. Sustained on the objection. Next question, thanks.
Have one moment, Your Honor. Mr. Stewart, I don't have any other questions for you. Mr. Eckhart may have some, I don't know, but I appreciate you being here. I know you were apprehensive about it. And thank you. Pass the witness room.
So you don't remember why Damian Dixon wanted you to come that night or hang out? Okay. You know who Raymond Whittington is? People call him Pooh.
yes,
Were you friends with him?
that's my cousin.
Okay. Did you have sex with his wife or baby mama?
Yes,
Okay. So that
but this
is true.
This was this over 10 years ago.
Okay. So have you seen Pooh since that all went down 10 years ago?
Still around.
Had he ever been angry with you or tried to get confrontational with you about that?
No, no.
Did you consider it water under the bridge?
At the time,
I see. So after you believe Pooh knew about that, had he ever gotten angry with you or confrontational with you?
we never was around each other for him to even come at me.
Okay. Had you received anything from anyone to suggest that Pooh was angry with you or wanting to confront you about that?
No,
Okay. So you don't know whether he was mad about that or if he considered it water under the bridge.
Do you understand that question?
I really don't.
Rephrase.
Do you know whether he was angry about that or if he considered it something in the past and it was over and done?
I believe he was probably angry about it.
Okay.
Anything else?
No question, Joe.
All right. You are excused, sir. Thank you. Next, please.
Have one
Defense.
moment. That's rest, Your Honor.
What's that state?
We call Matt Turner.
Raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth, but the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Morning, Detective.
Good morning.
Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name's Matt Turner, and I'm investigator for Jefferson County District Attorney's Office.
So you and me, we work together.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you pretty much are the what keeps all these cases moving.
Small piece of puzzle.
You and our other investigator, Reggie.
Yes.
Now, after we rested last week, or at least for went into recess on this trial, did I ask you to go and look at one particular issue over at the SNS Grocery for us?
Yes, sir, you did.
What did you go over there to look at?
To look at certain camera, surveillance camera angles of view.
Okay. Specifically, were you looking at whether or not there was? Well, let me back up. We're familiar with this alleyway, kind of if you're looking out towards Concord to the right of the SNS Grocery Store, where this shooting happened, right?
Yes, sir.
Did I ask you to look on the other side where the pumps are at the cameras that are over there and see what direction they point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me just put in this TV right here, Stakes Exhibit 1. Stakes 164 through 170. Familiar with those?
Yes, sir. These are the photos I put that.
They fairly accurately depict the camera views and camera positioning and camera angles that you observed when you went to the grocery.
Yes, sir. They do.
Do they also appear to be, for example, looking at what's been admitted as State's Exhibit 12, do they also appear to be the same devices that were present at the store and operational at the store on August 6, 2023?
So they do.
Are we looking at that corner that you went to look at here in States 12? Is that the same corner?
Yes, sir. Looking at the store, the front right one.
So I see, correct me if I'm wrong, I see two cameras, one here and one here.
Yes, sir.
Is that what you observed when you went there last week to look at these camera positionings?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will offer 168. I'm sorry.
164, yeah.
164 through 170.
The defense objects to 167, 168, and 169. Just the writing portion on the photograph as hearsay.
You see those? Okay. But
Hold
hold on. States 164, 165, 166, and 170 are thus admitted without objection, correct? You have no objection?
No, Your Honor, our only objection is 167, 168. Excuse me. 167, 168, and 169.
I need to ask follow-up questions on those exhibits, Judge.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just. Okay. Detective Turner, I forgot to ask you on some of these images that we took. Did you actually handwrite identifiers for these camera numbers, meaning those the numbers that would correlate to the picture that the clerk would be able to see inside the store?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
So we have writing on states 167, 168, and 169. Did you make those annotations to these images?
Yes, sir. That is on my writing, and those correspond to the angles that are shown inside the store with the angle of the camera.
Okay. And also on states 163, this diagram, did you make this diagram while you were out at that scene?
Yes, sir. I did.
And does that diagram accurately depict not all cameras at that store, but the ones that you were asked to go look at?
Yes, sir.
Would it help the jury potentially to be able to at least kind of see this diagram so that it matches up with the pictures and kind of helps them orient themselves as to what cameras and what angles are you looking at?
I believe it would.
Judge, we will re-offer 167, 168, 169, and we will also offer 163.
No objection, Your Honor, to the mentioned exhibits.
All right. So, thus, states exhibits 163 through 170 inclusive or admitted without objection. Go ahead.
And I can publish.
You may.
Thank you. All right, let's see your artwork here, Detective. Looking at states 163, here is our grocery store, right? And the washateria and the convenience store, right?
Yes, sir.
Our gas pumps are over here on the left side, and this is Concord right here, right?
Yes, sir.
The cameras that you were asked to look at are the ones that are over here on this left corner.
Yes, sir.
What cameras were over there on that left corner? What camera numbers that correlate to what the clerk would view inside?
2 and 3.
Okay. And then on the back here, I noticed you got camera 11. Was that to kind of help orient and understand exactly where everything is?
Yes. May I stand?
Yes, go for it.
Yes.
And also, it might help the jury. You've got a still of the video that is on display, and it might help the jury to be able to use the drawing and correlate that to what is being shown on the still of the video of the event that's been admitted into evidence. And that's
States Exhibit 1.
States Exhibit 1.
That'll be my next, Judge.
Okay.
So, Detective, just the front parking lot of the SNS Grocery. Show us where that is.
This is the front of the store facing Concord. There's parking here, gas pumps here.
Okay, so if we look at the two cameras in states 167, is that left corner that you've annotated cameras 2 and 3 in states 163?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the orientation of those cameras, right?
Yes, sir.
And if we look at states 12 back on August 6, 2023, do they appear to be in the same orientation?
Yes,
You got a different angle that this picture is taken from, but do they appear to be in the same positioning and orientation as they were back then?
Yes, sir.
Now, if we go to the interview, states 165. What does this depict? Now, this is a photo you took, and it's got more than one image, correct? Of camera image, but is that from the inside of the store?
The inside of the store, and I was focused mainly on this image here for camera 2 that faces the gas pumps.
Okay, so this is this essentially what the clerk at the gas station is able to see out these cameras from the clerk's desk?
Yes,
Okay, so the top image on States 165, does that show what camera 2 points towards?
yes, sir, it does.
And is that pointing towards kind of the back over here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what about? Also notice that you had camera 11 marked on this States 163.
Yes, sir.
Looking at States 166, is that the back parking lot of the SNS Grocery?
Yes, sir. The back parking lot facing toward the edge of the gas pumps.
Okay, so does it show? Is the back parking lot camera 11? Does it show the area over here where the shooting occurred?
No, sir. Camera 11 is facing.
So if Jeremy Dixon's vehicle was parked right over here, kind of on that fence line, would that have been in view of camera 11?
No, sir.
Now, if we look at find it here. Camera States 164, that has several, 3 specifically views, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
And these are just screens inside that clerk's, behind that clerk's desk, right?
Yes, sir. They have a large flat screen TV that has several cameras at one time for different parts of the store.
Okay. So States 164, if we look at the top, do we see camera 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So camera 3, is it looking towards the pumps over here in States 163?
Yes, sir, it is.
Kind of like the pumps and between the pumps and the Concord Road.
Yes, sir.
Now, comparing camera 3 in States 164 to what we're looking at over here in States Exhibit 1, would over here is the pumps, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there it works.
Turned off.
Just inside to take it off. What I always do. That we turn back on.
There you go.
Over here, is this right around in this area? Is that where the entryway that we see on camera 3 viewpoint up on the projector? Is that about where that is?
Yes, sir.
So do you see any farther down Concord Road to the right on Concord Road past the entryway for vehicles into the Shell station?
No, sir.
So this car right here, this red vehicle and the fights that occurred right here, would they be visible from camera 3?
No, sir.
Okay. I mean, we don't see this tree or anything, beyond right around here, do we? On camera 3.
Right.
And so if someone had suggested they knew that this other camera angle would show a fight that had occurred at that red car in States Exhibit 1, that would be wrong.
I would agree with that.
Okay. Also, in States 164, this middle, the what we've been looking at is camera 3, the top picture, right?
Yes, sir.
This middle picture, camera 9, is that the exact same image or exact same viewpoint as States Exhibit 1 here?
Yes, sir, because I can see the air conditioning unit and sidewalk. It would be the same thing.
Meaning there's a AC unit right here that's kind of blinded by this light, right?
Yes, sir.
And then also we see over here there's some blue markings on the sidewalk that are handicap markings, right?
Yes, sir.
And we see those same markers in camera 9 on states 1E4.
Yes, sir.
Do we know why that is called camera 9 now and it was called camera 4 then?
Don't know. I can only assume that they either added cameras and it changed the numbering up, but I don't know why it now says the different.
What you observed at that grocery store did it appear to be the same equipment as what was being utilized in 2023?
The exterior cameras look identical to the pictures I've seen in the times.
And in fairness, you've been out to this location for a number of different reasons or cases. Is that fair?
Yes.
So is it fair to say you're somewhat familiar with the system they have, the cameras, and just the individuals, the records custodians or business records custodians for those equipment?
Yes, sir.
If they added more cameras on the inside or did anything to readjust what screen a camera would appear on, might that have affected why it's camera 9 back now and camera 4 then?
You very well could have.
But does it appear to be the exact same image?
Yes, sir, it does.
Okay. That's all I have.
Mr. Baskin.
Thank you, Al. Investigator Turner, how are you?
I'm good, how are you, sir?
Good, thank you. You work for the district attorney's office,
Yes, sir.
and this case was investigated by Beaumont Police Department.
Yes, sir.
And you don't know why they collected, what footage they collected from what camera. You weren't involved in any of that.
No, sir, I was.
Thank you. Pass witness.
Anything else?
No, sir.
And is this man excused?
Please.
You are excused, sir. Thank you. Next, please.
Carolyn Lewis. Thank you, Judge. Morning, Miss Carolyn.
Good morning.
Well, tell us your name and what you do.
I am Carolyn Lewis. I work for the Beaumont Police Department's 911 Center. I am now the 911 manager.
Hey, congrats. And how long you been working for Beaumont Police Department?
Since November 9th, 1992.
Okay. You're the most, I'm going to put it this way. You're the most experienced person at the 911 dispatch center for Beaumont Police Department, aren't you?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And so the time that you've been at BPD, have you always worked in dispatch?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're familiar with the different systems that have evolved over time for how we handle 911 calls in this area.
Yes.
You're familiar with how to find information to answer specific questions about whether 911 calls did or didn't happen, things like that.
Yes, sir.
Last week, did I ask you to look into a couple of specific questions that I had in reference to some 911 calls on August 6, 2023?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's get into that. First, did I ask you to look at calls later in the morning? So we're here on a case, and obviously you don't know anything about the facts of this case, right? Other than what I've told you or explained to you.
That's correct.
But we're here for a shooting that we've been on a break for a week, Miss Carolyn, so most of us have forgotten as much as we can about this. So, Miss Carolyn, looking at states what's been admitted as State's Exhibit 112. This being Concord right here, and this being a grocery store on Concord, SNS Grocery, a Shell station.
Yes, sir.
Is that an area working in dispatch that y'all are very familiar with?
Yes, sir.
Get a lot of calls from there, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Now, did I ask you specifically to look into whether or not there were any calls placed from an Exxon Mobil station right here at this corner? At the corner of, I believe, what's that? You know what that street is right there? This is Primrose, right?
Yes, it's Stilton.
I think that's right, yeah. Concord and Stilton, at the corner, was specifically with an address of 3370 Concord Road. Did I ask you to look to see if there were any calls from that location later that morning, say between the hours of 5 a.m. all the way up to when the suspect was apprehended at the dumpster behind it, 8 a.m.?
Yes.
And first of all, how do you do that? How do you know where to look to find that information?
There's a couple of ways that we can look, but one in particular that I feel is easiest is if I have a phone number. We have a software, a system called eCats. And I can place that phone number into that software and I can do a date range. So of course I put the date ranges that he asked me to. You put in the date range and you just ask the software to retrieve the information.
Okay. So you have certain parameters that you're able to enter, and all of the information, like say a 911 call comes in from that location, that information is recorded by the operator that receives that call, isn't it?
Correct.
In fact, isn't it automatically recorded by the system that basically routes these 911 calls?
Yes.
So you actually have quite a bit of data that you can filter or search for to assist in finding, whether someone ever called 911 or not.
Yes.
Can you also filter it by even geographic location?
Yes.
Can you filter it by sometimes even streets?
You can.
Meaning you could look at all calls the night of 8/6/2023 that came from an address on Concord Road.
Yes.
Okay. So this store right here that I pointed you to, is it a store that also is referred to as Supermex?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Had BPD ever received 911 calls from that location before?
Before the date?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
And was there a number associated with that location that those 911 calls had come in from before?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so did you pull a record that would give us that number of what from that location where 911 calls had come in from before? Do you have it? Do you have the records to refer to?
Not with me, I don't.
Here, I'm gonna show you. Is this something that you handed to me? I'm not marking this. I'm just gonna ask the witness to refresh. Is this something that you provided to us before you came to testify? Emails and attachments?
Yes, sir. It is.
Okay, specifically, looking at this record right here, is that the record that I'm asking you about right now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, would it refresh your memory if you were able to refer to this to identify like a phone number or something like that?
Yes.
What was the phone number for the Supermex convenience store that had called into 911 before the date in question?
The phone number was area code 409-835-8844.
And had there actually been a 911 call within the last 30 days from before 8/6/2023?
Yes.
Okay. On August 6th, 2023, were there any 911 calls from that location, the Supermex?
August 6th. I don't recall any numbers from the Supermax.
And you know what? I have the other part of this.
But I'm saying, not with this same phone number,
Okay, and that being,
the 806.
just make sure I'm reading this into the record correctly. Where's that sheet? Yes, ma'am. I can see it. I'm sorry. And that being the number that BPD dispatch has associated with the Supermex convenience store at 3370 Concord Road, 409-835-8844. Did we receive any calls from that number or that location on August 6, 2023? Get here. Answer.
Yes.
On that date.
Yes, sir, you did.
And were there any the morning?
Not from the 409-835-8844.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Were there other numbers that we did have a 911 hang-up call from?
Yes.
Okay, now, would it refresh your memory to be able to refer to these records that you provided us?
Oh, yes.
Specifically, if we have information that a number attributable to the defendant, in this case, Jeremy Dixon, 409-932-7769. Do we have any 911 hang-up calls from that device on August 6, 2023?
We don't have any 911 hangups, but we have 911 abandoned calls.
Okay.
Those are two different things.
911 hang-up meaning they actually connect and then hang the phone up and with the dispatcher.
Correct. But on an abandoned call, if you dial 911, or you can dial a series of numbers that may have 9, 1, and 1 in. And you may dial it, it'll dial into dispatch, but it's disconnected before we hang up. So when that happens in the dispatch office, our phone gives a different ring. It gives you like a weird ring. So we know that those are abandoned calls. When those types of calls occur, the dispatcher has to call that number back.
Okay.
Just to make sure that the person doesn't have an emergency.
You get situations where, say, a wife or a woman is in distress and they start to call 911, but they're in the middle of a fight or argument and, someone slaps the phone away or something like that. And it's important to call back, isn't it?
Yes.
What time did we receive an abandoned call from the number 7769, I believe it is, ending in 7769?
Yes, sir. We received an abandoned call at 423-0281.
Okay. And just to be clear too, like if I take my phone out right now and dial 911 and hit send, and then just a few seconds later hit end call, would that be potentially recorded as an abandoned call with the dispatch?
It could, and because we're at the courthouse, it could possibly go to Jefferson County's dispatch office or BPD's dispatch office.
So it knows where I'm at all times if I call.
Get the closest tower.
Okay.
on top.
Now, did we also show a record of our BPD dispatch shortly thereafter attempting to call that number back?
Yes,
Do you know how long after it was that we tried to call back?
I showed one of our dispatch trainees called back at 4:23:21.
So 15 seconds later?
Yes,
Okay. And do you know what specific trainee that was that tried to call back?
yes, it will show us, every operator logs in with their own user ID and password. So it shows that Jay Baker was the actual call taker that called it back.
So at 4:23, there was an abandoned call from that device.
Yes, sir.
Meaning there was nobody ever talked on the phone.
No, sir.
Okay. Did we don't know who had that phone when it was called, do we?
That's correct.
Because nobody ever talked.
That's correct.
Okay. So all we know is that from that device, there was an abandoned call at that time.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
I don't have any other questions for Ms. Here, Mr. Vasquez.
Since November 9th, 1992.
Yes, sir.
How do you like it so far? Tell me, please. Capital E, capital C, little a, capital T, capital S. What is that an acronym for? What does that mean?
It's just ECAS. It's just, that's the name of their software. They're based out of California.
And if I read that ECAS does not, did I say right?
Yep, say it right.
ECAS does not report, what does that mean?
Not that they don't report on hang-up calls, there's no report on abandoned calls. Meaning that the call didn't actually connect to our office before dispatch could actually answer. On hang-up, the call had actually gone through and we answered, it would have recorded. That would have been a recorded conversation. Because it would have at least gotten us saying, "Ball 911, where's your emergency?"
Am I correct if I say it reports on abandoned calls and does not report on hang-up calls? Is that a correct statement? Almost?
Almost. It's a little complicated. Because the abandoned call didn't actually make it through, but the hang-up call did make it through. So we could find, if there was an actual hang-up call, we could find, or research it to see if there was actual a hang-up.
I thought it didn't report on hang-up calls.
It doesn't record if it doesn't make it to us. Meaning if I don't pick up the phone, it's not gonna record. There's nothing to record because it didn't connect to our system. It didn't connect to our recorder, it didn't connect to ECATS. There's nothing for it to record. But on the abandoned calls, because it actually reached us, it gives us a funny ring number back.
Thank you.
You got important. Nothing else.
Is this lady excused?
Please.
You are excused. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Next, please.
Judge, can we take a quick break? I gotta show a couple things to my next witness and then we'll be ready to go. He's ready.
All right. 5-10 minute break, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Relax, stretch your legs outside. Thank you very much. Thank you. Everyone else remain seated while the jury exits.